Hello listeners, I am Dr. Amir Mehboob from the Department of Management of the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today I am here with all of you with a new module of the subject Functional Management. This is Unit 3 of Functional Management of BBA 6th semester, and the topic which I will be dealing with all of you today is Marketing Management. Marketing is a very in thing nowadays. We all know that marketing management is a very important and a core concept of industry in the present scenario. So let us begin at the very outset. What do we really understand by marketing and what is marketing management? Marketing is the process of identifying, anticipating and satisfying customer needs and wants. The key word here which needs to be understood is satisfying consumer needs and wants. Consumer is the king. In olden times, if we talk about olden times, there used to be less sellers and more buyers. So definitely seller used to be the king. But now the number of sellers are more and number of buyers is less. So definitely buyers or the consumers or the customers are the king. All the activities which are undertaken by the companies, by the organizations, by the industry related to products or services, they are directed towards consumer satisfaction. So marketing is, in simple words, is nothing but a process of identifying, anticipating, to identify and then to anticipate, to predict, to forecast and then ultimately to satisfy customer needs and wants by creating, by communicating and by delivering the right product at the right time, at the right place, to the right person and offering that have value. It must have some value. So marketing is all about finding the right product, finding the right services, promoting them effectively and ensuring that they reach the right consumers. Of course, consumer satisfaction is the buzzword, is the most important function of marketing management. So, marketing helps in driving business growth. Growth of business is possible only with the help of proper marketing strategies and by implementing marketing functions. It helps in understanding consumer needs. It also helps in creating competitive advantage over product. As we all know, that the competition is very tough, cutthroat competition. Thousands and millions of products are available in the market. There is a very tough competition going on. Customers are very much aware. They are very sensible. They want all the features in the product. So any company, if they want to have competitive advantage or competitive edge, they must have proper marketing system. It also helps in building brand awareness. Only after the brand awareness is done, then can we expect customers to be brand loyal, and it helps in adapting to market changes. Market changes, of course, anything which is in today might probably be out tomorrow. All the techniques, all the functions, all the features, rules and regulations, government regulations, they are very rapidly changing. So in short, we can say when we talk about the nature of marketing, it is a customer centric approach. When we talk about the nature or the process or the scope of marketing, marketing is totally customer centric. Okay, it involves exchange process. If I go to market and if I buy a product, I am paying money and in return I am getting some utility. I am getting some satisfaction in the form of a product or in the form of services. So it is an exchange process. It is a dynamic and evolving process. Marketing is goal oriented and it is a continuous process. It is a never ending process. Customer needs and desires are never ending. They keep on changing. Marketing has got universal application. Branding, packaging, labeling, logo designing, after sales services, all these things, the basic fundamental principles of marketing are universal and it focuses on value creation. Marketing's main focus is to create value. There must whatever customers are buying, whether it is in the form of products or whether it is in the form of services or utilities, it must deliver some value to the customers. Then moving on to the next topic, that is scope of marketing. It will be divided into various steps. First and foremost, customer centric approach, exchange process. I have already told it is dynamic and evolving, goal oriented, and it is a continuous process. Now let's come to the next topic. What sometimes some students are confused in the term selling and marketing. So I will tell you what is the basic difference between the terms selling and marketing. Of course, they are not same. When we talk about selling, it is product centric, because here the focus is on selling what is produced, whereas in marketing it is customer centric. Focus is understanding and meeting the customer needs. As I told you in the beginning of this session, I told you that marketing is customer centric, customer oriented. In selling, the main objective is to maximize sales volume, whereas in marketing the main objective is to build long term relationship and of course consumer satisfaction. Consumer satisfaction and long term relationship building, brand loyalty, brand awareness, these are the objectives of marketing. Then approach is, of course, in selling we use push strategy, where we persuade customers to buy, whereas on the other hand in marketing we use pull strategy, where consumers are attracted. You need to understand, in selling we use push strategy, whereas in marketing we use pull strategy, where consumers are attracted through publicity, branding, advertising, promotion, sales promotion, offers, schemes, whatever procedures, because it is very necessary for marketing to attract the customers, so that the companies buy their product. The main aim of every business organization is profit maximization, and profit maximization is possible when of course the sale is more, when consumers are satisfied, more and more consumers. Then time horizon, selling is short term, it emphasizes on immediate transactions, whereas marketing emphasizes on customer loyalty and brand value. Under orientation it is internal. Under selling focuses on company's product and processes, whereas marketing focuses on competition and consumer preferences. Consumer likes, consumer dislikes. Consumer oriented focus is very important. The methods which are used are totally different. In selling, the most common method which is used is aggressive sales techniques like discount, promotions and cold callings, whereas in marketing strategies like marketing research, proper surveys conducted, segmentation, branding and digital marketing. Nowadays the use of social media, digital platforms, e-commerce, all are used as important methods in marketing. And finally, in selling the focus is on immediate revenue in selling, whereas in marketing the focus is on sustainable growth and customer retention. Customer should not go from their side, or they should not switch to any other product. Now talking about the basic concepts of marketing, of course we all know need, wants and demand. What are needs, what are wants and what are demands? Basic human requirements such as food, clothing and shelter comes under needs, whereas wants include those needs which are shaped by culture, society and individual preferences, and demands are those wants which are backed by purchasing power. Now the second concept is, basic concept is value and satisfaction. What do we understand by value? Value is the perceived benefit a customer gets compared to the cost of acquiring the product or services. The satisfaction or the benefit which we derived when we pay something and when we buy a product, the return, the satisfaction which we get from that product is the value, and satisfaction is the level to which a product or service meets or exceeds customers' expectations. Next concept is the exchange and transaction concept. Both parties benefit by trading value, and last but not the least, a transaction occurs as an exchange of money, goods or services. Okay, in marketing, any transaction, you give money and you get the products or services in return. Then customer orientation, market environment and relationship building are also important concepts of marketing. In customer orientation, all the customers are oriented involving tailored products, services and experiences to target audience. And marketing environment include micro environment and macro environment. In micro environment, all the factors directly affecting marketing efforts such as competitors, suppliers and customers come under micro environment of marketing. And on the other hand, macro environment of marketing includes broader forces like economic, social, technological and legal factors. Relationship building is also of prime importance in marketing. Long-term relationships with customers are key to business success. Retention of customers, retaining the customers, and techniques for this include loyalty programs, personalized communication and excellent customer service. Customer satisfaction is very important. Then of course, the next important term or the next important concept of marketing is market and product. Market, we all know, a market consists of all potential and actual buyers of a product or services, and types of market include consumer markets, business markets like companies buying for production, business markets of course where companies buy material for production or for resale, and consumer market where individuals buy products or things for their own use, for their personal use. And the next concept of marketing is product, anything that can be offered to satisfy a need or want, including goods, tangible products, services, intangible benefits, ideas or experiences. After having the basic concept of marketing clear, now we move to another important topic, that is the basic concept of holistic marketing. Holistic marketing includes relationship marketing, integrated marketing, internal marketing and societal marketing and performance marketing. So, moving on to the 9 P's of marketing. 9 P's of marketing. Previously in the initial times there used to be only 4 P's of marketing. The entire concept of marketing revolved around 4 P's of marketing mix, that is product, price, place and promotion. But now with the increasing competition with because of globalization, industrialization and because of the entries of multinational companies and blue chip companies and open business policy, these 4 C's have got expanded and it has given birth to many new P's which I will be talking to all of you today. So, as I told you, the 4 P's of marketing mix are product, price, place and promotion. The entire marketing concept revolve around these 4 P's. So, what all do we come under the first P of marketing, that is product. Product means the goods or services which are offered to meet the customer needs. Yes, product is something around which all the marketing activities revolve. My dear students, my dear listeners, a product is something which is in the form of goods or services which are offered to meet customer needs, and it focuses on product design, features, quality and lifestyle. When we talk about the first P of marketing, that is product, everything related to product. What, when, where, how much, size, quality, quantity, shape, features, characteristics, everything. Then the second P is price. Of course, price is the amount charged for a product or services. The amount which a customer is ready to pay, the cost. It involves, now in pricing, under the second P of marketing, that is price, it includes pricing strategies like pricing, segmentation, penetration, skimming, discounts, and all the allowances under pricing, they come in this P. Third P is place, where and how the product is made available to customers. The place, the market. It includes distribution channels, intermediaries, logistics and physical or digital presence. Now the fourth P is promotion. I am explaining in short. In the next module we will be talking all these units in detail, because the units to follow are talking about these P's in detail. Promotion means all those activities to communicate product value and persuade customers, okay, like advertising, branding, labeling, publicity, all the promotional activities to communicate product, to make the customers aware about the products. It covers advertising, sales promotion, public relations, social media and so on. Now the new P's which have been included is, the first one is people. Of course, people means everybody involved in delivering the product or service, who are a part, okay, the people, the team, from employees to consumer customer service representatives. So here when we talk about the fifth P of marketing, we talk about it focuses on training, engagement and interactions. Next comes is the process, the systems and the workflow. Process means the system and the workflow ensuring efficient product or service delivery. How does a product reach? How effectively, efficiently, systematically and smooth manner a product reaches into the hands of the consumers, of the customers, from the showroom till it reaches into the hands of the customers. All the logistics and supply chain management. It includes order handling, customer support and service delivery mechanisms. Next P is physical evidence. Of course, physical evidence means it is the tangible aspect that reinforces the brand, such as store design. How does the store look? Okay, as we know, jo dikhta hai wahi bikta hai. Okay, in marketing the most important term which is used nowadays is jo dikhta hai wahi bikta hai. So here we talk about physical evidence. Physical evidence means all the technical aspects that reinforce the brand, such as store design, packaging and online presence of that product or services. It helps in building trust and brand recognition. As soon as you talk, listen about that brand, that image comes to your mind and you have a positive image. Next P is performance. In performance, we measure how well marketing activities achieve business objectives. Here we include metrics like sales, market share, customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. And last but not the least, we talk about the last P, that is partnership. You all know what is partnership. Partnership means the collaboration with other business or entities to enhance product value or reach. For example, alliances, suppliers, distributors and affiliate marketing. So these are the 9 P's of marketing management which are very important. They are also known as the P's of marketing mix, and the entire marketing revolve around these 9 P's of marketing. And all these P's are directed towards consumer satisfaction, customer satisfaction, for the sake of customer retention and for the sake of flourishment of marketing activities, which in turn definitely increase the market share and give a boost not only to the product, not only to the services, but to the entire industry, to the company. So my dear listeners, this is something, the first part of unit 3 of functional management, that is marketing management. The second part of the same unit of marketing management I will be covering in the next lecture. All the best to all of you. Happy listening and good luck. Thank you very much.